Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Hindi CBSE Classroom. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button next to it so that you will get notification whenever I post a new video. So let's start today's topic. Today's topic is class 6 chapter 2 Bachpan. Bachpan means childhood. So in this chapter, the writer describes about her childhood, how the things were there in those times and how it is different today, how today's childhood is totally different from her time. Okay, so let's get started. So in this first page, the writer says that let me take you all back to my childhood. She says that I am so much older than you, that I can be your grandmother's age or maybe your big aunt age, because everyone in their family, in her family, calls her Gigi. Gigi means elder sister. So nowadays she is starting to feel a little more older because she was born in the last century, in the previous century. So there is a very big gap how things happen now and how it used to be. Then she mentions that there has been a lot of changes in her dressing style all over these years. Earlier she used to wear colorful clothes like blue, purple, grey, bright colors. But nowadays she has become older, so she likes wearing light colors and mostly white. Then she says that she has worn a variety of outfits all over these times. What are they? Sometime it is like frocks, then she has worn shorts, then skirts, lehenga, but now she has come to churidars and now kurtas. Then she also mentions that some of her favorite frocks that she remembers, like one was light blue and yellow striped frock with which had a round collar and round handcuffs, and one more which was a light pink colored fringed pleated frock with like pink frills at the bottom. उन दिनों फ्रॉक के ऊपर की जेब में रुमाल. So in those days there was a trend of keeping a handkerchief in the pocket and tying colorful ribbons on their hair. And she also mentions she had one sweater like frock which was lemon colored with large plaits, and it had fur attached under it. And tunic. She also mentions she had two tunics. One was chocolate colored with oniony color inside, and another was grey with one white coat with it. मुझे अपने मोजे और स्टॉकिंग भी याद है. Then she mentions that she even remembers her socks and stockings too. So as a child they had to wash their own socks. They should not give it to their servants for washing. It was like strictly forbidden. Those children, they used to spend every Sunday morning for this. Then after washing socks, they would start polishing and shining their shoes also. So that was their task. Then she mentions that she still likes to polish her boots. However, now new types of shoes have come, and she says that these are more comfortable than the old ones. Because what is the problem with the old shoes? In old days, the new shoes would start biting. The shoe bite will be there, and whenever they had to go out on a long walk or something, they had to keep a cotton with it because it will hurt a lot. It was like very rough. Nowadays the shoes are very comfortable, so whenever the shoe bites or they'll feel uncomfortable, the cotton was kept inside the socks so that there will be a layer. Then she says that there is a lot of difference between her childhood and today's childhood. Then she mentions that they had to drink olive oil or castor oil every Saturday. It was a very difficult task, and Saturday morning itself the smell of oils would start entering their noses, making them nauseous. There used to be a small glass container with this ml marking will be there, no? So how much you should drink, that seeing that itself they'll feel like vomiting. So it was a very difficult task for them. Then she believes that if they won't have drunk that Saturday medicine, it wouldn't have made a much difference on their health. But still they had to drink it. And she also says that there's a lot of change between her childhood and now. Even the childhood interests have changed. Like those kids, what they liked is totally different from today's kids, what they like. In those days, some homes still had gramophones. There were no radios or televisions. And then she compares, like those time kulfi is nowadays kids ice cream. How they crave for kulfi those days, nowadays kids crave for ice creams. Then kachori samosas have turned into patties or puffs. Then mulberry and poppy syrup were famous those days, but now it is Coke, Pepsi. So in those days there was no Coke, only like lemonade was available. Then children growing up in Shimla and New Delhi would have enjoyed the chocolates and pastries from Wenger's and Devico restaurants. Those were the famous restaurants those times. And it was duty of brothers and sisters to bring brown bread from Shimla Mall. Shimla Mall was near, her house was not that far from mall, a short climb, and they would reach the church ground. And from there, if they go little further, they could reach mall. So it was nearby only. And when they will go to mall, they would enjoy the variety of pastries there, and they would also enjoy the pleasant aroma of chocolates at the counter. They were allowed to buy chocolates once a week. Okay, most of the time what she'll do, she'll have a stock of chocolates most of the time because she likes chocolate, and she never eats chocolate from there in the mall. What she will do, she would bring at home, and after dinner she would lay down in bed and enjoy. Slowly she'll eat and enjoy it. So that is how she liked it. Then she mentions she also misses the kuffal of Shimla. Kuffal is type of a fruit. It's a sour and sweet type of fruit. Then she mentions that some are red, some are pink, and it's very juicy, and her mouth starts watering just thinking about it. Then she mentions about chestnuts and how they are roasted on fire and then peeled off and eaten. Then different types of food she is just remembering what and all she used to eat. Then she mentions hot peanuts which are still available and how they wrap it diagonally very beautifully. And she mentions that there was one song about peanuts and how it was very famous among those kids at those time. Then kuch bache pudiya par haan. So some kids, what they'll do, they'll get masala sprinkled on the peanuts, and they would keep this take this peanut and they would cover whole church ground with it, slowly eating. And there was a certain fun in eating peanuts slowly and roaming around. In those days, only those things were fun. So as a child, and they had a lot of fun on the Shimla Ridge. Like they would ride horses, and every child of Shimla had got an opportunity at some point or other to ride a horse. हम जाने क्यों घोड़ों को कुछ कमतर करके समझते. I don't know why they always considered horses to be somewhat inferior to them, because maybe they are found everywhere in Shimla, don't know, but they somehow found them inferior and they used to laugh at them. But Nainihal horses were different. They were very strong and beautiful. Then in this paragraph, she describes a typical evening in Shimla, how it looks. So there would be colorful balloons in the evening, and the mountain of Jhaku in front, the high church, and when the church bell rings, the echo would spread far and wide. So it feels like Lord Jesus himself is saying something with that music. Then she describes how it will look. The sunset is happening in the sky in one side, then pink golden stripes are spreading on the blue sky. The faces of mountains spread far and wide, starts to darken, and the stars starts to twinkle. So it's a mesmerizing or very breathtaking view. Then she describes how the town looks like. The brightness of the shops, the crowd gathered at the Scandal Point. And right in front of the Scandal Point, there used to be a shop in those days. In that showroom, the model of Shimla Kalka train was made. The tracks were there, a train with small coaches standing on it, a station with a red tin roof on one side and a signal pole in front. Tunnels were built at a distance. So it was a very attractive. And those times, the speeding vehicle, it was a speeding vehicle in that century. And sometimes even planes can also be seen. Okay, in those times, sometimes even planes can be seen. And whenever the plane sound would come in Delhi, what the kids will do, the kids would run outside to see it. Now it has become very often, but those days only sometimes they get an opportunity. So it looks like a huge bird is flying with its wings spread all across, and after some time it would disappear into the sky, and its speed seemed so fast to them. And along with that car model shop, there was another shop she will never forget in her life, and the shop was where her first glasses or specs were made. There, the eye doctor was a British man. At first, it was very awkward for her to wear glasses. Everyone would look at her face and would say, "I think there is some problem with her eyes," and they would say, "Specs at this age, you should drink milk. Then eyes will become more strong." And she will feel so awkward, or she feel very sad hearing this. And what she will say, she'll reply what the doctor said to her. If I'll wear it for a while, no, then the power will be corrected, and then I can get rid of the spectacles. Then they'll say, okay, and they'll walk away. Although the doctor had given full assurance that if she wears the glasses, it will go away, but the glasses did not come off. The numbers just kept on going down. And she felt like she was the only person responsible for this, because she strained her eyes too much, because she used to work a lot in the front of a table light at night, and because of that the eyes are getting strained. So because she is straining her eyes, she thought because of that only my powers are going down. And when she put on glasses for the first time, one of her cousin also teased her, saying how bad she is looking, and that stuck in her mind that after wearing glasses I am looking so ugly. She wore spectacles so that she could see the objects far away, but she got a face that looks ugly because of it. People used to tease her repeatedly with these lines. And when everybody was not there, when everybody left, she went to her room and stood in front of a mirror for a long time. She kept on looking at herself, and with and without glasses, she kept on changing how the look is different. And she asked herself, am I ugly? Yes. Am I ugly? Yes or no? Then what she did, she wore her younger brother's cap on her head. And something strange it was, because she was looking more ugly and sometimes she was looking good. And I don't know, that age, at that time she felt this glasses are making her ugly. But that was different. But now at this age, the glasses have mixed with the face. Now whenever she takes it down, the face starts looking blank. Because even someone you have seen with specs, when they take it off, we'll feel something is different, something is missing on your face. So now also she still remembers the cap and the black frame first glasses she had. Those times she used to hate it, but nowadays she likes the glass look, and even she likes wearing caps, and she has collected many of them. And she feels like Himachali caps are more beautiful and comfortable when compared to the dupattas. So so in the whole chapter, she's showing us how the childhood was on those days and how the childhood is now different, totally different now. So I hope you understood the chapter. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.